Hello everyone, it's Engage UK back again. I hope everyone enjoyed the summer break. I certainly did. That's why there haven't been any videos on the channel for a while. Been away, abroad for a little while, and also doing other bits and pieces around the house while I've had the chance. But as September is now upon us, it's time to get back into the swing of things with some more videos. And also, September is always a very important month in Engage modelling, as it is in most other gauges. There's the International Engage Show, which is just a few days away. I'll be doing a report from there and hopefully showing you some videos from there. I might even see some of you there. If you do see me, come up and say hello. Also, some products obviously will be released there, so it's a good time to do another news desk. But for today, for the first thing I'm going to do after a little bit of a break, is I'm going to do a review of the Dapol Dogfish Wagons. These things. There we go. Now they've released these in 4 liveries so far, as Dapol often do, with various suffixes for different running numbers. These are the grey livery versions. They're number NB029, and they have the suffixes A, B, C, D all the way down to K. No I suffix, obviously, to avoid confusion. So there are 10 variants available of those. They also released them in black, NB030, again with 10 variants, so again the same suffix numbers, and in what they called rusty, which I believe is probably supposed to be a representation of the Gulf red colour, which these were quite common in. They're NB033 A to K. They also released them in engineer's livery. Different number, right up the top of the number scale, NB070. And my understanding is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, send me a little message if I've got this wrong, that they only released 5 in those, A, B, C, D and E. They have scheduled to release F, G, H, J and K of the engineer's livery. You'll see them on the various sites of retailers on order. Don't know what the price is going to be when they do come out. These, I think, listed at around £11, something like that. I bought these on eBay in batches of 5, so if you were bidding as well, I was the one who beat you, sorry about that. I paid for the 10, for the whole variations, I think about just over £70. I got them for about £7 each, which is a good deal because they're a very nice detail wagon. Let's have a look at one, firstly in the box. This is number A. Now the Dogfish was BR's small ballast hopper. They were built in the late 50s, mid to late 50s, and lots were built. Hundreds and hundreds of these were built. The code for these is a ZFV. Yeah, you can see that in the wagon, and it's in the normal, very nice Dapol hard case. Have to give them good marks for their packaging. They certainly score better than Farish for packaging for wagons and coaches, because they always come in these hard cases which protect them very well. And as usual, they give you the normal instructions to remove the whole of the foam insert, then take the wagon out of the foam. And you have to be a little bit careful doing this one, because there are a lot of small parts on this with the wheels, and very fine handles and bits and pieces on there that you don't really want to damage getting it out of the case. Now there are some variants in these, although they are all grey. Some of them, 5 out of the 10, have some orange on them. Some parts of the stanchions and handles are orange, and 5 are not. So you can see the difference there. Take the reflection off of that if I can. Yeah. No orange on that one, but this one does have some orange highlights. Why they did that, I don't know, but it does allow some variation when you're running them in a rake. And obviously the reason I bought 10 of these was to run them as a complete train, ballast train. So let's take this foam insert out carefully. Put the box aside. There's no extra detailing parts or alternative couplers or anything in here. It's just the standard wagon you get. You can push through from the back slightly and then remove the wagon. Okay, so Dapol Limited, little on the bottom there. Let's bring it close up to the camera. I'll try and keep this in focus. Obviously it's a limitation of the camera. There's the end. 3 lovely wheels, obviously for opening various doors and stuff. Railings. This part has been painted orange. This kind of structure which the wheels are attached to is painted orange on this one, as are the parts on the other end here, but on, as I say, 5 of the variants that's still in a grey. Nice fine printing with the individual riding number, Dogfish ZFV there. Some warning signs. Metal wheels. Nice metal wheels. And the old style, just like the old style Farish rolling stock, Rapidos on springs. So there, you can change those if you wanted to. For any other kind of coupler that you might prefer. Schaffenbergs would fit on there, but I'm sure there are other alternatives. Very plain under frame really, just mostly a beam, but nicely detailed. Very nice little hooks above the Rapido couplers, and filled with a little bit of maybe card just to fill it out, and then a little bit of ballast on the top to for a load. That would look really nice. So let's get 1 or 2, or maybe even more out. I'm going to put them down on a piece of track. Now in the past I haven't, get it back in the camera. In the past I haven't really managed at first to get good close-ups. I did manage to start getting the camera a bit lower and a bit more side on to give you a better look at some of these models. What I've done is I've made myself a little display stand, which I'll show you in a sec. I'm going to turn the camera off, get some of these out of the boxes, put them on the display stand and just explain how I made it. It's very simple. Simply a piece of track on a turntable, which I've made. And then I can get the camera down, show you these off much closer up. Okay, well first just a few words quickly about this little display thing I've made, and make one yourself. Quite simple. It's not only going to be useful for showing models off, but it's also going to be useful for working on them, maybe doing some weathering and stuff like that. It's very simple. It's just a couple of battens of wood of different thicknesses. I've recessed a coach bolt through that, and also recessed it on the bottom, and that now means I can use that like a turntable, turn the model around, and by going in one direction I can make more or less resistance on the turntable, so now it's a little bit tighter there. So if I want it to be really fixed in position, I can turn it around so it's really tight. As I unscrew it, it becomes a little bit more easy to turn. So I've got adjustment there on how stiff the turntable is. So just wanted to show that off, but now I'm going to drop the camera down and put a few of the dogfishes on the top and show you them close up. Okay, so there they are on that little piece of track on the display stand I made. I made this so it would be big enough to hold a 2-car DMU, so I can get about 6 of these Dogfish Wagons on. And there you're looking at, I believe that would be number D in close up, because it's got a bit of orange on it. I can't go any closer than this, again, apologies, because it's down to the resolution of the camera. If I go in any closer it starts to go out of focus. But you can have a good look at that as I rotate it. Really nicely detailed, and altogether they start to look like a really lovely train. Just turn it around the other way so you can have a look at the wheels and the discharge wheels they are, and then I assume they're brake wheels on the front. Luckily, that rolled a bit. I put a little thing on the bottom to stop things rolling off, so that's no accident there, fortunately. Just moved a bit. Turn around the other way. There you can see that. Push it back up a little bit. There we go. Really nice. Let's spin them round. All the way around. There we go. Look at the other side. Now you're seeing mostly one that doesn't have the orange trim, which I believe would be number C. There's B, just about in focus, sorry about that. By the way, this code 55 track I've put on here, I didn't have a big piece of code 40 long enough to cover the length of this. So there they are, the Dapol Dogfish Wagons. They're pretty much sold out. You can get one or two of the numbers on some of the retail sites. Whether there are going to be any other batches apart from a new batch of engineers, 5 more in engineers livery, I don't know. But if you can get hold of a set or hold of a few to make up a ballast train, they look really nice as a ballast. I'm just going to zoom out a bit so you can see what they look like as a train. It's starting to look really good there. I'm going to give these, I would probably give them 8 or 9. I don't think I quite give them 9 simply because the old style rapidos, the springs, so there's a little bit of work to be done if you want to do something about that. The coupling gap is slightly large because of that fact, but a solid 8.5 probably. They're very nicely detailed, they have lovely printing. Cost wise they're a bit more expensive than your standard 7-plank wagon or something like that, but there's a lot more work gone into them, a lot more fine detail, and a really good product again from Dapol. So 8.5, that's what I'm going to give them. Okay, hope you enjoyed the review. I'm going to be back with more reviews soon, as well as news desk, which I will do after the International Engage show, simply because there's bound to be some news of new products there. I'm also going to do some videos of some of the layouts that will be there. Again, as I said before, if you're there and you see me, say hello. And other bits and pieces coming up. Obviously there's a second part to my piece about track. It's going to be about points, electro frog points and insel frog points, and also a little shelf layout I've got in mind, which I'm going to start building and showing some techniques there, design and putting it together. So that will be starting soon, hopefully. But until then, if I don't see you at the International Engage show, I will certainly see you back on the channel soon. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and see you soon.